We apologize for the technical difficulties. We are in the top of the second. This game is North Stars and LumberJacks. Sam Walsh is on the call for you today. The North Stars scored 2 in the top of the first, but the Jacks responded with 4. 4 hits, an error and a walk ended up bringing them the lead. It's currently Eric Cruz working against Preston Gookin. In a minute, we'll run back through the lineups and the defensive arrangements on the field. Gookin in the 8 hole for the North Stars. Again, 1 out in the top of the second and the base is clear. Now it's chopped down the third baseline. We'll go ahead and run through the lineup for the North Stars. We already saw Dylan Baker, then Jackson Fuller, Kyle Sakin, Ryan Gervais. Gervais had the RBI double that put them ahead at first. Christian Gabriel, also an RBI single in the top of the first. Eric Kelly, Jaden Phillips just grounded out here in the top of the second. Preston Gookin's up to bat right now. And after him, Spencer Dickinson and Alex Light, rounding out the Stars order. That was grounded through the hole on the left side. Base hit for Preston Gookin. We'll go ahead and run through the Jacks defensive order.
3-4-2, you owe us 1.
Left to right in the outfield, Arthur Soto is in left, Isaiah Alvarez in center, Josh Hernandez in right. Third to first on the infield, Bailey Bordas at third, Jacob McCaskey, the strong bat at third, Elvis Farina at second, Jackson Millett holding on Gookin at first. And Jacob Martin is behind the plate working with Eric Cruz, 6-foot right-hander out of Barstow Community College. First pitch to Spencer Dickinson misses high. It's 1-0. We got underway here at Palm Springs Stadium in this game 1 minute after 11:45. This is the second game of our PSCL set.
Right 4-2, right now.
It's 2-0 to
Right
Spencer
now,
Dickinson.
Go deep.
Missed outside. First 3-ball count we've seen from Eric Cruz.
Freebie.
See if Dickinson has the green light here, 3-0. And there for a strike on the outside corner. Eric Cruz making his third start this season. He's been really good for the Jacks.
Woo!
That one is smacked into left field, deep and carrying. Chasing is the left fielder Arthur Soto to the corner, and it's foul.
On it.
LumberJacks are the top team in the PSCL, sitting at 12-2. North Stars around the middle of the pack, 7-7. Jacks have won their last 9 straight. North Stars have won their last 2. It's been a good matchup here early, 4-2 ball game in favor of the LumberJacks. Gookin takes off, is fouled down third baseline.
Yeah, man.
Full count pitch. Able to fight it off again. Spencer Dickinson out of College of the Desert.
You're on him.
Went to Rancho Mirage High School. This season with College of the Desert, he batted .244, 2 homers, 13 RBI. He's Worked another payoff pitch from Eric Cruz. First to throw back. Another throw back to first. Eric Cruz really laboring versus a batter for the first time this game. This is his first 3-ball count. We're 9 pitches in. Another one, that one misses downstairs. Dickinson reaches on a good at-bat. Fought off plenty of pitches. Read the strike zone well. It's the first walk allowed by Cruz. Runners on first and second for Alex Light. First pitch is cranked down the left field line. That is going to drop foul. Light enters today batting 174. 345 on base percentage, 4 walks and 2 hit by pitches. He rounds out the order for the North Stars. 4 hits this season, all 4 singles. Oh, this is high. One to the center fielder. Able to fight that one down the first baseline. Still 1 out in the top of the second. North Stars jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. Jacks responded with 4 in the bottom of the first. Stars trying to get the lead back here. 1-2 to Light. Foul back. It's a pleasant day in Palm Springs, depending on if you know Palm Springs and you've been here for a while. Maybe 103 outside isn't pleasant where you're from, but we'll take it here. 1-2. Hit him.
I got him.
Alex Light wears one on the rotator cuff. That'll draw a chat with Sam DiMatteo. I would say that today is the day of all days for the North Stars to be able to get a huge win. Being able to take down the Jacks, something that no one has been able to do since the second week of the PSCL season, would be a huge accomplishment and no easy feat. A loss for the Jacks doesn't knock them out of first place. Might have just witnessed a miracle here in the stadium today. I just looked up for my scorecard and saw that our scoreboard is currently on. Not quite Christmas yet. We're about halfway there. Actually, we're a bit more than halfway there. Bases loaded for Dylan Baker. Big chance here for the North Stars. First pitch is in the dirt. Still 1 out in the top of the second. Bags loaded for the top of the Stars order. Baker reached his first time up on a single and scored. The 0-1 chopped over the head of the third baseman Bordas and into left field.
2 runs, run it all.
Coming
run
in to
it
score
all.
is
You
Gookin.
got it,
Dickinson
you got
rounding
it.
third. The throw gets away. Eric Cruz was covering. No one else will advance. But Dylan Baker is into second, reaches on an error. 2 RBI single for Dylan Baker has tied the ball game. It's 4-4. So again, that goes in a single and then an E7. Gookin and Dickinson score on the single. Alex Lights at third. Still only 1 out here in the top of the second.
Pitcher's got no juice. He's done. Yeah, here he comes.
They're going to run some water out to Eric Cruz. Looks like they have a right-hander warming up in the Jacks bullpen. That's Austin McKinney getting some warm-ups in. Well, the window's still open for the Stars. Still only 1 out and 2 in scoring position.
Two easy RBIs. 2 easy ones.
Here's Jackson Fuller. The catcher flew out his first time up. Big chance to take the lead back here. Fouls the first pitch off.
Just get it. Batting practice right now.
So again, maybe the scoreboard coming back on woke back up the North Stars offense. That one poked out of play. Eric Cruz still working to Jackson Fuller. Here's the 0-2. Missed outside with the breaking ball. It's 4-4 tie here in the top of the second. North Stars looking to jack the lead back. 1-2. Missed upstairs.
Yeah. He's done. Take a breath and get 2 RBIs.
Jackson Fuller's been really solid for the North Stars behind the plate and at the plate. Watches the 2-2 miss outside. Draws a full count. Saw Fuller in the recruits game versus the Power
He's got 1 more pitch.
a little less than a week ago. He was on the first roster. Payoff pitch from Cruz. Reached at ball 4, poked it up in foul territory. Jackson Millett chases. He's got it for the second out. Big time out to get there for Eric Cruz. Well, now there's 2 outs, but Eric Cruz has to go through Kyle Sakin.
You gotta go deep. Right now. Barely stand up.
Sakin popped out his first time up. Still 2 ducks on the pond. North Stars looking for the lead. First one misses upstairs. 1-0 spin and throw back to second to chase Dylan Baker. Popped up. Behind the plate, Jacob Martin giving chase. Right on the wall, but it makes it past the screen.
Right on it. Blue. How many out?
They can enter this game batting .367. Couple of doubles and a homer. A single could do it here. He's second on the team behind Dylan Baker in RBI. He has 9. Baker has 11. Baker just tagged on 2 more. His 2-run single tied the game back up. Pitch to Sakin, foul back.
You're on it.
One ball and 2 strikes. That one sails over the head of the catcher, Jacob Martin. There's no one there to cover the plate, and the North Stars take the lead back. It's 5-4.
It's 5-4 now. Blue.
Well, the wild pitch gives the Stars the lead back. And now Dylan Baker's at third for Kyle Sakin.
Yeah, they got to bring in a new pitcher. This guy's tired, man. He's got cramps. Let the boy sit down.
After that wild pitch, it looks like that's going to be the end of the line for Eric Cruz. They'll bring in Austin McKinney as a relief.
Stretchered off.
And it looks like Eric Cruz's arm is not feeling well.
He was out there way too long. He couldn't
We're going to have a short delay out here on the field. We'll be back with an update and with a new pitcher for you right after this. So here's Austin McKinney. He takes over in the middle of the at-bat. It's a 2-2 count to Kyle Sakin with a runner at third and 2 outs in the top of the second. Last pitch by Eric Cruz was a wild pitch, and it scored the lead run. First pitch from McKinney is in the dirt. That fills up the count to Sakin. Austin McKinney on for the 6th time this year, 6'2", 200, out of University of the Pacific. Here's the right-hander's full count pitch. Good spot there on the outside corner. Didn't earn the call. Sakin aboard with 2 outs. Now's Ryan Gervais's time. He cranked a double off the wall in the first. Brought in the first run of the game for the North Stars. He comes back up now with the lead. In there for a strike. McKinney's given up 12 earned run in 15 innings so far this season. Trying to limit the damage here. Gervais takes a big hack at that one and misses at 0-2. About a strikeout per inning for McKinney, 16 and 15 innings pitched so far this season. He's been limiting the walks pretty well. Skips it in the dirt on the 0-2.
Get second base.
Dylan Baker at third. He singled, advanced on an error, and then moved over. Kyle Sakin at first, he walked. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, in there, called strike 3. He froze Ryan Gervais, and that'll end the top of the second. So Austin McKinney comes in, walks a batter, and then strikes out Ryan Gervais. But the North Stars are able to take the lead back off of Eric Cruz. It's 5-4. Jack's bat's back up next. Getting our score update in, is 5-4. North Stars have taken the lead back. It'll be the bottom of the lineup, and Josh Hernandez due up versus Connor Robinson in the bottom of the second, in there for a called strike. It has taken us nearly an hour. We're 4 minutes away from the hour mark to play 3 half innings. No lack of offense here in the early going. That one smacked into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Josh Hernandez leads off the bottom of the second with a knock. Final line for Eric Cruz. We had to wait for the top of the second to finish to get the full line. He ends up going an inning and 2/3, gives up 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and a hit by pitch. North Stars were able to do the damage mostly on their own volition. Arthur Soto's back up. He fouls one back. He led off the bottom of the first with a double, ended up scoring. Throw to chase from Robinson. Danger, Connor Robinson. Able to hang in there on a low pitch and skies it out to center. Under it is Alex Light for the first out here in the second. Easy peasy fly out brings up Elvis Farina. He struck out. Another throw to Chase Hernandez. Hernandez has not been caught stealing in the PSCL. He has 4 stolen bags so far on the year. First pitch misses to Farina. It's 1-0. Farina enters batting .444 for a strike, 1-1. 6 singles and a double, 7 RBI. 8 walks on top of that. No shortage of base runners for the Jacks. Good breaking ball, rides into the zone. Due up after Farina, it's Alvarez and McCaskey. Connor Robinson looking for a ground ball. 1-2, Hernandez takes off, swung through and missed. Throw down to second is late. So Connor Robinson, 4 out of the 5 outs he's gotten have been strikeouts. That one, the first one, he's able to get swinging. So Hernandez with the stolen bag on second. That brings up Isaiah Alvarez. He singled, swiped a bag of his own, and scored in the first. Sees one high. From my own account, Isaiah is one of the better in the league at being able to find his pitch. There's another one, misses 2-0. He's not exactly one that's going to draw you to a deep count every single time, but he's searching every single at-bat for one pitch. And it doesn't have to be middle. He knows how to fight off pitches on the inside, knows how to go the other way. He pops that one the other way. It's in shallow right field. Alex Light calls off Jaden Phillips, and he'll make the catch to end the bottom of the second. So a leadoff single for Josh Hernandez, but nothing doing here for the Jacks. We head to the top of the third, the Stars leading 5-4. Top of the third, Austin McKinney working to the heart of the lineup for the North Stars. He's up against Christian Gabriel. His first pitch misses, 1-0. In there for a strike. It's 5-4 North Stars. They jump back ahead in the second. Were able to score 3 off of Eric Cruz before he departed. Gabriel lifts that one into shallow center. Chasing as the right fielder is going to get down. Leadoff knock for Gabriel. He's 2 for 2. Here's Eric Kelly. He struck out looking to end the first. North Stars scored 2 in the top of the first. Jacks responded with 4 in the bottom. Stars came back and scored 3 to take the lead in the top. No score since then. McKinney's pitch misses high. So again, the Jacks looking to improve to 13-2. They've won 9 in a row. And they lead the PSCL in the standings. On a chop foul. North Stars at 7-7. Looking to go into the playoffs on a hot streak. They've won their last 2. One, Kelly swings through it. One-two grounded through the hole on the right side. 2 singles to start off the top of the third for the North Stars. They're back in business. Not a lot of exit velo for the North Stars right now, but they've been able to get 2 aboard. Softly hit bloop single for Christian Gabriel, and Eric Kelly able to poke one through the hole. Brings up Jaden Phillips. He grounded out his first time up. Jacks have a righty warming up in the bullpen. First pitch to Phillips is lifted out of play. That's Kai Simons warming up in the Jacks bullpen. No one warming for the North Stars. Connor Robinson has worked well as of late. The 0-1. Another one popped back out of play. Well, it was after Phillips grounded out in the top of the second that the North Stars offense kicked back into gear. That one swung on and missed. He reached for that one. Couldn't quite get it. Second strikeout for McKinney. That'll bring up Preston Gookin. The left fielder singled and scored. As I mentioned, after that ground out from Phillips in the second, it went single, walk hit by pitch to load the bases. Then a 2-run knock for Dylan Baker. That one skips off and hits the catcher's helmet. Both runners are going to move up. Tough hop. That'll go as a wild pitch. Jacob Martin rocking a red and blue, the red and blue gear. Is he a secret agent? Swung on and missed. He was the count 1-1. That one's grounded to second. Farina comes home with the throw, and it's offline. It hits off of Christian Gabriel and skips away to the backstop. 2 runs score for the North Stars. Preston Gookin made it all the way around to second. He reaches on a fielder's choice, and then an error allows him to reach back into scoring position. It's 7-4 North Stars. So a 4-2 fielder's choice and then an E4 on the throw. He earns 1 RBI on that play. And Eric Kelly comes in to score on the air. So still 1 out here in the top of the third and a runner in scoring position for Spencer Dickinson. First one's in the dirt. Dickinson had a really good at-bat to extend the inning. His first time up, drew it to a full count. Ended up going 10 pitches before he finally drew a walk. The 1-0 from McKinney. In there for a called strike. One, put it past him with the fastball. It's 1-2. Two runs in already in this half inning for the North Stars, one of those earned. The 1-2 pitch to Spencer Dickinson. Missed upstairs. A 7-4 score right now. That was the same as the final from earlier. In the dirt, another full count. Rush Bombers ended up ending 7-4 in favor of the Rush. It's going to be interesting to see how the final standings in the PSCL shake out. That decides where people will play and when they will play in our 13-team single elimination tournament. Playoffs will last 4 days from Sunday until Wednesday. Payoff pitch. Ran inside and it hit him. Well, in what could have been drawn up as a David versus Goliath type matchup, right now, Jack's looking very beatable. A few costly mistakes. Just relentless effort at the plate, stringing together hits, working deep in counts. North Stars are up by 3. So here's Alex Light. He was hit by pitch back in the second. Ended up scoring. Swings through the first one. The 0-1 flip to the right side and out of play. That's been the main weapon so far for McKinney, has been the fastball. Some guys have been able to get a hold of it, but he's put it past many others. He's sitting around 84 right now. Oh, 0-2 count to the Alex Light. Here's the pitch. He offered at it. They appeal. They say he went around. Big time second out for Austin McKinney. And much similar to Connor Robinson on the North Stars side, Austin McKinney has not recorded an out that hasn't been a strikeout. North Stars are back to the top of their lineup as Dylan Baker. He's 2 for 2 with 2 RBI. Fouls the first pitch off down the right side. For the North Stars right now, you can't concede to the lead you already have. A team like the Jacks could easily get themselves back into this one. Many of the guys in that lineup could do it in one swing. In there for a strike, it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs and 2 on. Pitch to Baker. Missed upstairs. Another 2-strike pitch. Inside corner, called strike 3. Austin McKinney, 4 strikeouts, and all 4 batters he's retired. North Stars have added on to their lead at 7-4. The Jacks trying to get back in this one. They bat next. Connor Robinson, after early struggles in the bottom of the first, giving up 4 runs to the Jacks. Settled down, gave up a hit in the second, but went scoreless. Now his team has given him a 3-run lead. It's 7-4 in the bottom of the third. From the windup, working to Jacob McCaskey. Fouls that one off. It's 0-1. He was able to get some big-time outs in the first regardless of the score. Struck out McCaskey looking on a full count pitch. McCaskey watches him. High fastball right in there for another strike. It's 0-2. Chopped up the middle. Dylan Baker ranges over. Strike to first. Retire McCaskey. Here's Jackson Millett. Walked and scored in the first. He grounds the first pitch. Diving stop by Dylan Baker. Back to his feet. Strike to first in time. There you go, Dylan Baker once again making it work. We've seen the North Stars a few times this week, and man, has Dylan Baker been playing a great shortstop. 2 straight ground balls to him and 2 outs. Two 6-3s has Jacob Martin up with 2 outs. It's 1-0 to the catcher. Had a big 2-run single in the first. Got the Jacks on board. In there for a strike. One catches a corner. Looks like they're all wrapped up over on the turf field for the day. Typically, we would have 3 games in the schedule on a Thursday. Only 2 today. Another one, just short. On the backhand. Why don't you flex a little bit, Dylan Baker? Show him who you are. Well, Dylan Baker makes 3 straight outs here in the bottom of the third, and the Jacks go down quietly. Head to the top of the fourth. North Stars leading at 7-4. Well, it's reached 106 degrees outside in Palm Springs, but the dead heat is here in this game. North Stars are leading the LumberJacks, first place team, 7-4. Looking to break up a 9-game win streak. Still Austin McKinney on the hill. He's working against Jackson Fuller. Able to get a first pitch strike. It'll be 2-3-4 in the lineup here for the Stars. Fuller pops up another one. That one's in play. McKinney gives way to Jackson Millett, first baseman. He's under it. Due up after Fuller, Kyle Sakin and Ryan Gervais. Here's Sakin. 0 for 1, walked back in the second. He pops up the first pitch. behind the plate trying to block the sun is Jacob Martin. He's under it. He makes the catch. Austin McKinney could really use this. An easy 1-2-3 inning. Looks like we have a new catcher in the game. That's not Jacob Martin. Drake Bicknell takes over behind the backstop. So the pop out to Bicknell makes it 2 outs already here. Only 3 pitches here thrown by Austin McKinney. Here's Ryan Gervais. Watches one sail high. Gervais started the scoring for the North Stars in the first, RBI double. He struck out in the second. (1-0), lean back. (2-0) pitch, big swing and a miss, had Ryan Gervais way off balance. Couple of arms tossing in the bullpen for the Jacks, but Austin McKinney is working well right now. 2-1 to Gervais, big breaking ball, another one. Couldn't get a piece of it. I think you got to go with that breaking ball again here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Went with it. Gervais popped it out of play. Another 2-2. Gervais pokes that one high in the air to right field. Josh Hernandez chasing. He's got it. So 3 outs in the air for Austin McKinney. He works 1-2-3 through the heart of the lineup for the North Stars. Jack's bats due up here in the bottom of the 4th. They trail 7-4. So after a back and forth 1.5 to start the contest, we have blazed through the last 3 half innings. Only 1 hit combined between the 2 teams. 7-4 North Stars. Connor Robinson working with a 3-run lead. There was a first pitch strike to Bradley Halleck. Took a piece down third base. So though Robinson gave up 4 runs in the bottom of the first, he has worked quite efficiently. Ever since then, he gave up a single to lead off the bottom of the second and has retired 6 straight batters. The 0-2 to Halleck. Breaking ball able to get a piece of it, fought it off. Shallow left center coming in, Alex Light, but it's going to be the left fielder. Goodness gracious, how many plays. Preston Gookin makes one. Looked like Alex Light was going to get there. The shortstop, Dylan Baker, also chasing. But Preston Gookin comes out full extension and makes a diving play. 7 in a row retired by Connor Robinson. The last 4 have not been easy. Here's Bailey Bordas. Pitch misses low. It's 1-0. We often see Preston Gookin in the DH or the EH role. Man, he might have just earned some more time in left field with that catch. 2-0 to Bordas. Swung on and missed. You rarely see the Lumberjacks take a swing that's half-hearted. If they're going to go after a pitch, they're really going to go after it. Two-1. Another one sent out of play. Two-two pitch quickly from the windup. Tried outside. Payoff, cranked into left on a line. Gookin had a bad read on it. It's going to get back to the wall. Extra bases for Bailey Bordas. Off the bat, Gookin didn't recognize how much it was tailing. He ended up sailing far to the right of where the ball actually landed. That's the first hit since the bottom of the second for the Jacks. That's a runner in scoring position for Daniel Ruiz. Ruiz struck out looking to end the first. From the stretch, Robinson gets a ground ball, high hop. Dylan Baker wasn't able to handle it. They send Bailey Bordas to the plate. Play there, out at the, goodness gracious, what a throw. Alex Light came in. Able to get Bailey Bordas trying to stretch to home. Jacks tried to make it 7-5, but Bailey Bordas cut down. Strong throw on a line from Alex Light. So Ruiz aboard at first with the single, and now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Josh Hernandez fouls one out of play. Connor Robinson owes around to his whole defensive lineup right now. Alex Light picks up Preston Gookin after the bad read. One in the dirt. Hernandez singled back in the second. Missed high. Can't tell that Josh Hernandez is a member of the Power. He's got the red batting gloves on to tell you. Two-one. In there for a strike. Two-two. Waved and missed at the breaking ball. Connor Robinson. Defense has helped him out these past 2 half innings. But man, he is working well. After giving up 4 in the first, he's gone 3 scoreless, and his team leads 7-4 heading to the top of the 5th. Austin McKinney still working for the LumberJacks. He worked a clean 1-2-3 top of the fourth against the North Stars. Now he faces Christian Gabriel. The first pitch is fouled off near the hands. North Stars trying to pull off the biggest upset here in the late PSCL season. Up ahead over the 12-2 LumberJacks currently. Wave and a miss. Gabriel, Kelly, and Phillips due up. Oh, 2 good stop in the dirt by Bicknell. On a line to left field, but foul. Christian Gabriel's 2 for 2 today. RBI single in the first, singled and scored in the third. One, two in the dirt. McKinney from the windup. Another one misses down low. We haven't seen a walk in this game since the second inning. Last one we saw was given up by McKinney. He did come in the middle of a 2-2 at bat to Kyle Sakin. So you can't blame him too much. Draws a full count. Payoff skips in the dirt. So the second free pass allowed by Austin McKinney brings up Eric Kelly with a runner on deck. North Stars scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third. Couldn't scratch one across in the fourth. Eric Kelly takes a strike. Jacks scored 4 in the first and have not touched the plate since. Oh, one runner takes off. Kelly hacked it out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Eric Kelly. He's 1 for 2. He singled and scored back in the third. Pitch is outside. LumberJacks are going to get Martine Neal up and warming in the bullpen. Man, did he look good the other day versus the Power. Got Kelly to chase. Skips back to the screen, and Kelly's going to reach second. All the way around to third is Christian Gabriel. Drake Bicknell had no idea where the ball was. That's the 5th strikeout for Austin McKinney, but the wild pitch puts runners on first and third. So Gabriel makes it all the way to third. Kelly retired. And that's going to be the end of the line for McKinney. Looks like Martine Neal was already warming for a while. He's going to go ahead and come into this ball game. There's 1 out, runner 90 feet away from the plate here in the top of the 5th. North Stars threatening to add more insurance. Back in action in the top of the 5th. Martin Neal on for the LumberJacks. He's facing off against Jaden Phillips, who swings to the first pitch. Neal 5'10", 156. Don't forget the 6. Out of Hartford Community College. That one's on a hop to second base. Christian Gabriel held up at third. They're going to get Jaden Phillips out. I have no idea why Christian Gabriel wasn't scoring on that play. It bounced off of Farina's glove and skipped to the right. Zach Novus having the same chat with with Gabriel at third. So a golden opportunity to add one more there for the North Stars, but Gabriel holds up at third. He's still 90 feet away with 2 outs. Downstairs to Preston Gookin. Martin Neal making his 7th appearance this season. All out of the bullpen. Typically comes in the closer role. We'll see how far he goes today. That pitch lifted out of play. He has given up 1 earned run in 11 innings pitched. Only plague so far this season has been free passes. Big breaking ball missed upstairs. Sell batters to an .056 batting average. Yes, Preston Gookin 2-1. That ran in and hit him on the elbow. It's only the 2nd hit by pitch this season allowed by Martin Neal. And it can't feel good. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Martin Neal trying to work out of a jam. Now to go through Spencer Dickinson. Swings through the first pitch. That fastball is riding. Dickinson has reached twice. He's seen the plate twice, walked once, and was hit by pitch. The 0-1 put the fastball right past him. This is where the Jacks get dangerous. Once you start facing off with the latter half of that bullpen, it gets real dicey. 0-2. A little bit low. Ran inside and hit Dickinson. So up until now, Martin Neal has never been that much of a threat to hit batters. But 2 straight here, and that's bags loaded. Stars on all 4s. Alex Light to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. Well, here's the kicker for Neal. He has not given up a run. The 1 earned run he gave up was on June 21st. That was a while ago. What was the team that he did it against? Of course it was the North Stars. This is inside to Alex Light, is 1-0. In that game on the 21st versus the Stars, he went 2 innings, faced 7 batters, gave up 1 run. This tie, 2-0. He struck out 4 in that outing. Another one misses. That run was allowed on a wild pitch. Alex Light has a 3-0 count. Pardon, must have been a 2-1. Here's a 3-1. Alex Light in the big spot trying to add insurance. North Stars lead 7-4. Bags loaded, 2 outs. In there for a strike. Three balls and 2 strikes. Big spot for Martine Neal. Kicks and deals. That one's hammered into the gap in right center. That's going to bring home everyone. That skips off of the wall. Alex Light streaking into second. Dickinson just now rounding third. He's setting to the plate. Throw on a hop. He's there, and it's in time. Drake Bicknell holds on. But the North Stars on a 2-run double by Alex Light add 2 more. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. They're leading by 5 over the Jacks. Top of the Jacks lineup due up against Connor Robinson. He's been gifted 5 runs. 5 runs over the top of the Jacks 4. The first pitch to Arthur Soto skips in. It's 1-0. 9-4. North Stars just added 2 more on a big 2-run double by Alex Light. Pitch in there for a strike to Arthur Soto. Soto led off the bottom of the first with a double, ended up scoring. Flew out back in the second. Oh, missed high. North Stars trying to hand a loss to the LumberJacks for the first time in almost 3 weeks. That was chopped 2 hops to first. Kyle Sakin has it. He'll take it himself. Here's Elvis Farina. He has struck out twice today. Fastball rides high and in. The last time the LumberJacks lost a game was on Tuesday, June 22nd. They lost 7-5 to the Coyotes. That went up in the air and out of play. That game was played on the turf field. The first game that the LumberJacks lost, they played here in Palm Springs Stadium. That was on opening day. That one missed. Three and 1 count to Elvis Farina. Sees It's in for a strike. Robinson able to earn a corner that draws the count full. Only two full counts in this game for Robinson. One was a double, and one was just like this. It gets past. Jackson Fuller was lazily chasing it back to the backstop. And Farina dashed to first. He'll end up staying there. So Farina reaches on a walk. It's only the second walk given up by Robinson today. Arm warming up in the North Stars bullpen is Kenny Keller. That one, a high hop, snagged by the third baseman, Gabriel. Strong throw to first. What a play. Big ups. Christian Gabriel, we've seen him in the outfield, but man, third base might be his new stop. Handled that one way up in the air, full extension. And once again, Connor Robinson owes a lot to the defense here in the infield today. Dylan Baker, Christian Gabriel especially. Those two have been fantastic. Farina reaches second on the ground out. Now 2 outs here. Jacob McCaskey up. Swings at the first pitch and hammers that to center field. Is going to hang long enough. Alex slide over. He makes the catch, and that will end the bottom of the 5th. One base runner reaches, but still nothing doing for the Jacks. They haven't scored since the first. It's 9-4 North Stars. Top of the Stars lineup is going to face Kai Simons. We're in the top of the 6th. And the Stars are leading the first place LumberJacks 9-4. Simons takes over after Martine Neal. He goes 2/3 of an inning. Gives up a run on 1 hit. 2 hit by pitches. So Kai Simons working to Dylan Baker. Due up after him is Jackson Fuller and Kyle Sakin. That one lifted out of play. Kai Simons, 6'1", 195 out of Taft College. making his 6th appearance this season. His 5th out of the bullpen. He's gone 6 1/3, giving up 1 earned run. Absolute bulldozers at the back of this bullpen for the LumberJacks. 2-1. Again, the only plague has been walks. He's given up 7 of those and has 8 strikeouts on the season. Two 2-1 breaking ball waves in there to Baker. This will be the last inning we play. We're approaching the 2-hour soft time limit. We most likely will play the bottom of the 6th, give the Jacks one more chance to get back in this one. Misses outside, draws the count full. This is our 2nd and final game of the day in Palm Springs Stadium. No power game tonight. They'll be back in action tomorrow night on Friday at 7:05 versus the SoCal Halos. Breaking ball missed inside. Leadoff walk for Baker. Here's Jackson Fuller. He's 0 for 3 today. Put 3 in the air. 3 caught. That went into left center. That's going to get down for a base knock. Rounding and heading to third. Dylan Baker turns on the Jets. North Stars quickly back in business here in the top of the 6th. Look at a courtesy runner at first for Jackson Fuller. Looks like Derek LaFerriere, another catcher, will run for Fuller. Here's Kyle Sakin. Breaking ball up high, Bicknell pump fakes. Kai Simon's trying to keep this game in reaching distance. It's a 5-run lead currently for the Stars. 1-0 for a strike. Kyle Sakin's 0 for 2 today. He walked in the 2nd. 2 pop outs. Laces that one down the 3rd baseline foul. Runners on 9 and 3. 1-2 to Sakin, flips that down the right side. Caught by Jackson Millett. 3rd time Kyle Sakin has popped out today. That's the 1st out in the top of the 6th. Here's the big bat of Ryan Gervais. RBI double in the 1st, strikeout in the 2nd, fly out deep to right field in the 4th. First pitch, breaking ball catches the corner. Oh, 1 runner at first takes off. That one's shot down the left field line and fair. Another run's going to score for the North Stars. Ryan Gervais is chugging into 2nd. Derek LaFerriere holds up at 3rd. It's another RBI double for Ryan Gervais. It's 10-4 North Stars. That one was hit on the screws. Nothing much anyone could do about that one. Christian Gabriel's back up, working on a 2-for-2 day. He's reached 3 times. He walked in the 5th. Scored twice, has an RBI to his name. He's on with runners in 2nd and 3rd. Sees one high. That run might have just been the dagger. There's been an outpouring of scoring for the Stars. It's 1-1 to Gabriel. Checking the box score again for the Stars. 2 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, none in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 here in the 6th so far. Another one popped out. Foul territory on the first base side, handled by Millett. Down goes Christian Gabriel for the first time today. Brings up Eric Kelly. He's 1 for 3 with a single in the 3rd. 2 strikeouts sandwiching. I'm pretty hungry. I could use 2 strikeouts sandwiched around a single. That one's roped into left field. Another run is going to score for the North Stars. Ryan Gervais holds up at 3rd. RBI single from Eric Kelly. And now this one's getting out of hand. It's 11-4. All but 2 batters in the North Stars lineup. Pardon, this is the only batter that has not reached base here today. It's Jaden Phillips. Takes one for a strike. Phillips grounded out in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, grounded out in the 5th. Still a chance to add more for the Stars. 2 on and 2 outs. 0-1 from Simons, missed outside. Got a piece of the 1-1. We'll see who the North Stars turn to for the bottom of the 6th. Connor Robinson has been working really well since giving up 4 in the 1st. He has faced 2 over the minimum in the following 4 innings. We also saw Kenny Keller warming up in the bullpen. Whoever they turn to is going to have to face Millett, Martin, and Halleck due up for the Jacks in the bottom of the 6th. One-two to Jaden Phillips. That one's sitting in the air. Arthur Soto chasing to the line. He's under it. He's got the grab. So the North Stars are quickly threatening to end the LumberJacks' 9-game winning streak. They had 2 more here in the top of the 6th, and they lead over the Jacks 11-4. reached the bottom of the sixth. This will be the final inning and the final chance for the Jacks to score. They're down by 7, and Connor Robinson is on to finish this one out. First pitch misses outside to Jackson Millett. Again, it'll be Millett, Martin, and Halleck due up. 5, 6, and 7 for the Jacks. Two and 0 to the first baseman. He cranks that one down the left field line, but it's foul. So it'll actually be Drake Bicknell on deck. He came in as a substitution at catcher. He'll have his first at bat next. Foul back to the screen. He was a count 2 and 2. Looks like Kenny Keller is still doing some warm-up tosses, just staying hot just in case he has to come in here. Millett's worked it to a full count versus Robinson. He doesn't leave the rubber. Payoff. Another one spoiled back to the screen. That one lifted out of play. Good battle here between Millett and Robinson. Another payoff in the dirt. Millett reaches. Connor Robinson does not want to leave the rubber. He digs in the dirt next to the slab and is already back on. Now facing Drake Bicknell, his first time up today now. Swings through one.
Woo, there we go.
Again, I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. North Stars, their record doesn't show the potential out of this pitching staff. And they're for a strike, 0-2. When the offense shows up, this team is really dangerous. Zolfarino, Keller, and now we've seen Robinson really show their stuff. Oh, 2 to Bicknell. Fouled off the ball. Robinson looking for a ground ball here. Missed high. That one ran in and hit Bicknell on a 1-2. He'll take first. That's the first hit batter of the day for Connor Robinson. Courtesy runner at first now for Bicknell. Left arm is still gone limp. Kenneth Booth running at first. First pitch, a breaking ball in there for a strike to Brad Halleck. Halleck reached on an error in the first and flew out in the fourth. Another breaking ball rides down vertically. No balls and 2 strikes to Halleck. Doesn't offer it a high fastball. Someone sent foul. Quick play on the bench from the LumberJacks. Just so happened to have his glove on. One-two pitch coming to Halleck. Inside corner, rung him up. Punch out number 6 for Connor Robinson. Still working strong here in the 6th. One out and 2 on for Bailey Bordas. He's 2 for 2 today. Doubled and scored in the 5th. An RBI single in the 1st. Breaking ball got away from him, 1-0. Swung through the fastball. Even the count. One can't touch the fastball. One, two, froze him. 2 straight, sat down looking. Connor Robinson has the Jacks down to their last out. We've talked about impressive pitching performances. The most impressive part for Connor Robinson, he's been able to hang in there the whole game after giving up 4 in the 1st. First pitch, breaking ball in there to Daniel Ruiz. Since the 1st inning, Robinson has allowed 3 hits, no runs, and 2 walks. None of those coming in to score. Ruiz watches another breaking ball in there. Jacks down to their final strike. Trying to keep their 9-game win streak alive. Runners on 1st and 2nd. 0-2 from Robinson. Chop foul. Robinson back in the stretch. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. The 0-2. Great spot for that fastball. Didn't earn the call. And out outside corner, Hiya all over it. There's a 1-2. Swung on and missed. 8 strikeouts for Connor Robinson. And that should be our ball game. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes through this one. And I believe that is going to do it. We'll hang on for just another second to make sure this one goes final. Again, our soft 2-hour limit is getting softer and softer by the day. We're going to hang in there for a new update. It looks like we're going to play the top of the 7th. We're going to stick around and play the 7th. North Stars up to bat now. First pitch to Preston Gookin is lined out to right field. Arthur Soto's on the hill now for the LumberJacks. And Ernesto Figueroa is taken over at third base for Bailey Bordas. Soto appearing for the second time today. That breaking ball gets away. Before today, he's gone 1 inning, faced 7 batters, gave up an earned run. Hit 2 batters and struck out 2. In there for a strike. Replacing Spencer Dickinson at the plate now is Josh Payton pinch hitting. Sends that one down the first baseline foul. One. Good breaking ball. Got him to chase. Hard 90 to first, but he'll be out. Strikeout for Arthur Soto in the second out here in the top of the 7th. Here's Alex Light. Had the big 2 RBI double back in the 5th. That made it 9-4. Also struck out in the 3rd and was hit by a pitch and scored in the 2nd. Barely got a piece of it. 0-1. Breaking ball on the inside corner. So Arthur Soto on the mound now. There's also a new left fielder. You haven't been able to see his jersey quite yet. Missed in the dirt. One ball and 2 strikes. Ran inside, nearly clipped Light's leg. My best estimation is that Josh Katakatan is out playing left field. But again, we'll get you a confirmed name here in a second. 2-2 rights high. Could also be Kenneth Booth. Called strike 3. Arthur Soto works to the top of the 7th with 2 strikeouts. Jacks are still down by 7. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Final ABs for the Jacks. It's 10-1 and 2 due up. Josh Hernandez here to lead it off in the bottom of the 7th. It's still Connor Robinson. He has gone 6 strong. Earns a foul tip, 0-1 to Hernandez. 6 strong has not allowed a run since the first inning. 8 strikeouts on top of that. He's gotten better as he's went. He struck out the last 3 batters he faced in the 6th. The 0-1 on a hop to second, and it's going to bounce all the way over Josh Payton's head. So Josh Hernandez punches one into the dirt and able to get on base. So this will be Vinny Bachelier. He came in. He was the left fielder that replaced Arthur Soto. Fastball down low. That one inside. Bachelier out of University of Nevada, Reno. That one up in the air on the infield. Who's going to call it? Looks like Dylan Baker, the shortstop. Retires Bachelier. Here's Elvis Farina. Reached on a walk in the 5th, struck out in the 1st and 2nd. Hernandez at first. Good block there by Jackson Fuller. North Stars leading by 7. The final half inning. Jacks down to their last 2 outs. One 0 off the plate. Still looks like Kenny Keller is playing catch. Not exactly staying warm. That one skips right behind Fuller. He goes and traps it. He can't get it. Hernandez takes second.
The scoreboard has some illumination for all the things located is in the errors column. There is an 8 for visitors, an 8 for home, and then
Goes a wild pitch on Connor Robinson. That's his first today. Farina watches one high, and he's going to take first. 4th walk allowed by Connor Robinson. Well, after it looked like he had made it home safely in the bottom of the 6th, working to 5 through 9 in the lineup, now he's got to deal with Isaiah Alvarez. Alvarez 1 for 3 today. Singleton scored in the 1st. Watches a breaking ball vertically go down in. That's been Robinson's strong suit. You can tell when he's on, he's getting that first pitch strike. Another one should have caught an inside corner, didn't get a call. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's a Southern thing, isn't it? No one says that in California. 1-1's fouled off. That might actually just be a my mom thing. Robinson has Alvarez up against the wall. 1-2. Able to get a piece of that and took it down the first baseline. Robinson is going to get it, flip over to first. Both runners move up, but that's the second out here in the bottom of the 7th. Tough luck for Alvarez. Excuse me, swing, check back and play. So even down by 7, still a dangerous spot here for Connor Robinson. 2 in scoring position for Jacob McCaskey. Even more dangerous because he's been quiet.
Okay.
First pitch is in the air. Coming in is Alex Light. He waits and waits, and he's got it. And that will be the end of our ball game.
Done that.
So the final score goes down. North Stars 11, LumberJacks 4. The Stars are able to end the 9-game win streak for the LumberJacks. North Stars do it 11 runs on 11 hits with 1 error. Jacks go down with 4 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. Winning pitcher is Connor Robinson. Man, did he settle in. After giving up 4 runs in the first, the only 4 of the day, all 4 of those earned. After that, settled in, went 6 strong after. Ends up going the complete game with 8 strikeouts, only 4 walks, limited the damage. Losing pitcher is going to be Eric Cruz. He gave up all 5 of the runs that they needed. Ended up going an inning in the 3rd. He'll get tacked with the loss. There'll be no save. Robinson goes the whole way. So once again, for my partner Steve Granado, Sam Walters signing off from this one. One more time. North Stars 11, Jacks 4. No power game tonight. We hope to see you either in the ballpark tomorrow night for the power game versus the SoCal Halos, or if you don't, then we'll have you for the broadcast tomorrow night and also for the PSCL games starting at 8:30 in the morning tomorrow.